What?
Yeah.
10-0 over Effingham. Have these kids ever played a full game?
Doesn't sound like it, the way you're going.
So, Breeze Central, apparently the team to beat. I'm looking at their schedule. They do have a doubleheader against Mascoutah next weekend.
Be a good test.
They got to go to Nashville still.
Yeah.
As I look at this schedule, well, they do play O'Fallon late in the season. That might be an opportunity. That might be their first loss. Mm-hmm. It's very possible. I look at. Oh, they also play East. The thing about playing East and O'Fallon is you're not usually going to see their one or their two.
No.
So, yeah, Breeze Central in 2A. Until somebody can show me otherwise, I think that's the team to beat. And then we get to 3A, where you've got Mascoutah with one loss. Mm-hmm. Triad at 10-3 or 11-3, maybe 12-3 as we speak right now.
Right.
Highland, who lost 10-0 to 2A Breeze Central, is on fire. Mm-hmm. Civic Memorial with some big wins. Our buddy Nick Smith up there, we'll get a chance to see them here in a couple of weeks, which I'm not looking forward to. Well, I'm looking forward to it because of the banter we have. I don't know if I told the story. Did I tell the story last year about me trying to shoot radar during our inning?
I don't remember.
I don't think I told this story. Yeah. I happen to love Nick. I think he's an amazing guy. And I like to do things to kind of poke the bear. So our guy's pitching, and the rules are pretty simple. You can't be out of the dugout shooting radar on your pitcher. Or I don't think or you can do your pitcher, you can't do the opposing pitcher. So after our guy came in after an inning, I stayed where I was, and I started shooting radar on their pitcher. And he's like, "What are you doing?" During the game. I go, "Well, I'm just trying to get a better view. No big deal." I said, "This is my phone. I'm just having fun." Yeah, I just look forward to that. Right. Civic's very good. I guess until I see I haven't seen Triad and Highland up close and personal. I want to see them, but I guess it's got to be Triad right now until we get a little farther into it. Mm-hmm. And then in 4A, holy crap. Edwardsville, I think they're ranked second or third in state right now.
Yeah.
And by all accounts, are incredible. They're amazing. I've seen O'Fallon up close and personal. I don't ever want to see them again.
Right.
They are so good, and they're so well coached. And even though I give Scott Sipe a lot of crap, does an amazing job with that doing the third base there. He's a great third base coach. He's a very motivational guy. Hits a pretty mean fungo. Mm-hmm. Good dude. But in 4A, I think my heart, not my heart, but my gut tells me that it's Edwardsville's deal until somebody knocks them off. Because they're our most recent champion. They won in 19. 20 got wiped out obviously last year. Whatever. I don't know. It's going to be a fun year. Hope you're getting out watching some games. The crowds have been amazing, at least at our games. It's incredible, especially from the visitors. I mean, O'Fallon brought a ton of people. Waterloo always travels well. Mascoutah brought a bunch of people to a doubleheader. It's been great. The one thing that I think I've complained about in the high school season this year has been the umpire. Mm-hmm. And I've tried to be careful about what I say on this show.
Yeah.
You've got guys out there that I think are doing a great job, but we've also got some umpires that aren't bad. However, Scott,
yes,
as we sit here right now on April, is it the 12th?
Yeah.
I have yet to strike an umpire in my entire career. 31 years of coaching. I have never struck an umpire. Mm-hmm. There is a lady out there that can't say the same thing. Tell us a little bit about this story because it caught my eye.
Well, this is in Mississippi.
Of course it is.
Right.
Guilty.
A woman was arrested after assaulting an umpire in a 12-year-old softball game.
12U softball.
12U. That's right.
The umpire actually posted a picture.
She did.
A selfie.
She did. And she's got a heck of a shiner.
Her left side of her face doesn't look real good.
No.
Or it might be the right side. I don't know how that works.
No, it's her left. Yeah.
This lady actually attacked her and punched her right in the eye.
That's right.
I don't know how they do it.
Well, I'll read part of this because she's spot on. we've talked about this before. This is why, and again, there's a lot of thankless jobs out there, and I think you do two of them. You're a teacher and a coach.
Thank you.
I think those are thankless jobs.
At times.
And umpiring is right up there as well. The next time you go to...
Well, umpires get paid.
Right.
I don't.
Okay, fair enough. Next time you go to a tournament and you only have one umpire on the field, this is why.
Oh, she was the only one out there.
When you have brand new umpires on the field that may not know everything they should know yet, this is why. When you don't feel you have the quality of umpires you should, this is why. When the day comes that your kid can't play a ball game because there are no longer officials to call it, this is why. And those are all fantastic points. And at the end of the day, there's an umpire shortage for a reason.
Right. COVID.
Right.
No, we can't blame it on that anymore. I've seen where high school games have actually been canceled and postponed because they can't get umpires. And is by any chance this lady? It was a lady that got punched, right?
Yes.
By any chance, was she working in Roxana about 3 weeks ago?
I doubt it, since this was in Mississippi.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, yeah, and that gentleman was totally different. All right, never mind. I was thinking maybe she was the one that threw me out. Here's the thing, and I think baseball coaches have kind of an unwritten agreement with the umpires that occasionally we're going to get mad. And we're going to yell.
Yeah.
And we're going to think you're unfair. We're going to think you're unqualified.
Right.
And we're going to yell about it. And
Sure.
we're going to yell about it really loud.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to get animated.
Yeah.
And you know what they can do? Throw you out of the game.
Right.
And as soon as they throw you out of the game, you know what every coach on the planet does? We leave. We got it.
And they probably get a little bit...
We might throw a little...
Yeah.
We might throw a little dirt on third base.
Right.
We might put on a show.
Might get a little pound of flesh there before you go.
But I'll tell you, as somebody who's been recently asked to leave, as soon as the umpire hooked me, I left.
Yeah.
Right?
You accomplished what you wanted to.
I might have said a few things as I walked off
Right.
the field about his family.
But in more than one way, you accomplished what you wanted to. And
Absolutely. I wanted my kids to know and our kids to know that we were standing up for them.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, the assistant had to take the hit that day. But
Sure.
it is what it is.
Right.
It has never crossed my mind. As a parent, well, it's not entirely true. Yeah, I don't think it's ever crossed my mind to strike an umpire or an official.
No.
Or to strike anybody for
Well,
that matter. Isn't that against the law?
Yeah, slightly.
Like the actor guy, Will Smith,
Uh-huh.
what he did was against the law.
Correct.
He violated the law.
Correct.
And what this gal did, the gal, not the umpire gal, it was a lady that hit her. So we had, by the way, had a girl fight.
Yeah.
But, oh my God.
See,
Is that where we're at?
and if you're umpiring today, before the game starts, you tell the coaches, hey, look, we're going to do the best job we can. You guys do the best job you can. Let the kids play the game. We're going to make it enjoyable for them. And, oh, by the way, not taking anything from anybody behind the fence here.
Right.
And I'm telling both of you as head coaches, you're in charge of these people. Because at the end of the day, we're going to do the best possible job that we can to make this an enjoyable experience for everyone. And if that means we got to toss people out, we got to toss people out. And, oh, by the way, here's the shrapnel that comes with this. If you run a program and that lady's daughter plays for you, going to let her continue to play for you? More than likely not. And
No way. She's got to go.
And here's the only way it happens. You go to the mom and you say, or I don't know if there's a father around, wasn't in the article, but you go to the parents and you say you got one or two choices. Your daughter's out of the program, or your daughter can continue to play the program, but you can never come to a game ever again. You pick.
Which I know for a fact some schools have done.
And
schools have banned parents.
But you have to do that, Jim,
Right.
because the buffoonery is out of hand. I mean, it's completely out of hand. Now, we talk...
Do you know what our first episode was? Very first episode of this show.
Yeah, we named it something about...
Stop the buffoonery.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Still going on.
Yeah.
But everybody gets upset at umpires' calls. I don't care what sport it is. We've all been there. But this is so far out of bounds and so far over the line. There can't be, okay, that's your one, mistake, so to speak.
Oh
whatever.
no,
You're out.
this is the third strike,
You're
right?
out. You're out.
And I think the kid's got to go too. I'm sorry. And you say, well, the kid's a victim. At some point, until we make a statement about bad parent behavior, I mean a legit statement where people are banned, then you're never going to get anywhere. And the fact is that while it never crosses my mind to get physical, it's all about verbal, right? It's all verbal. And most umpires, I think especially veteran umpires, when they hear stuff out of the stands, they ignore it.
Yeah, they tune it out.
But I have seen more interaction this year already between umpires and fans than I've seen ever. And so is it that the fans are getting that much worse, the parents are getting that much worse, or the umpires thin-skinned, or do they not have enough experience to know when to shut that out? There's got to be an answer there somewhere. I don't understand. Listen, if you want to yell, fine, yell. I guess I don't care about that. God knows I've had people yell at me. But when you get to the point where you're physically attacking somebody, you're the problem.
Oh, without
and
a
I
doubt.
don't mean to state the obvious, but
no, there's no question.
This lady's got to go to jail.
Right, of course.
She has to go to jail.
Of course.
She probably won't.
I don't know what the laws are in Mississippi, but
it doesn't matter.
Right.
I mean, the president will probably pardon her.
Oh, right.
Let's remember who's running the show allegedly. But my God.
Well, I know this for a fact that when I was coaching with Mark Clark, we passed on a number of kids because of their parents. We wouldn't even take them on the team. And the kids were good kids and good players and things like that.
And I've done that too. I've done the exact same thing.
It's not worth the headache.
Right. I would rather lose a couple of games than to have your superstar kid on my team and then listen to your nonsense.
Right.
And that's where we're at.
Yeah.
And for a fact we've done that I've done that in my career.
Right.
I just don't understand how it gets to this point. And if you say, well, yeah, but you're always railing on officials. Yeah, I'm railing on officials because I'm a coach. That's what I do.
Right.
It's the sheepdog and Wile E. Coyote, right? We go to work, we punch in, we go out there, we argue. I don't like what I think they're terrible. They all need glasses.
Right.
They make terrible decisions, and then we punch out, and I see them at the local watering hole, and I buy them a beer.
Yeah.
That's the way it's supposed to work.
Coaches and umpires and fans have all gotten on one another for going back
since sports started.
Correct. And it just seems the last handful of years, whatever you want to say, 6 to 8, now we've crossed this line to where, I mean, there's stories every week about parents or adults going on a basketball court or going on a baseball diamond.
Listen, 2 weeks ago, Brian Hanvey, one of the dads of one of the kids that plays at Jabot, sent me a video because he's an official. He sent me an AAU video. Dude, it makes the Alton altercation, it makes that look like tiddlywinks.
Right.
This poor official got attacked by, I'll show you the video later. This poor official got attacked by no less than 10 people.
I saw it.
You saw the video.
Yeah.
And he had nowhere to go.
No. Needed like 30 stitches or something.
Nobody's helping him. Nobody's stepping in. Nobody's saying, knock this crap off. It was a free-for-all on this guy. And he had, I just can't imagine what that must have felt like. How threatening that must have felt.
And again, it's where we're at in society. We continue to allow the standards to fall.
True.
And make excuses for people's behavior instead of holding them accountable. And this is where we're at. And now, at some point in time, the pendulum has gone all the way the opposite direction. It's got to start coming back. People have to start being held accountable. Guess what, folks? At a 12U softball game, there's not one coach, there's not one scout anywhere to be seen. So, cut it out.
I don't know.